Happy 2017, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's Eve, whether you were driving or working in some capacity or even just celebrating. Today is New Year's Day, and I'm just up here in the mountains going for a little hike with my buddy Rusty over here. Um, you might have noticed I hadn't uploaded a video in a little while. And unfortunately, my other dog, Dalton, the black dog, you might have noticed him in some of the other videos, but he got really sick really quickly and passed away on Thursday, so it was really sad. It was this guy's brother for 1.5 years, and he was with me for 12 years, Dalton. I adopted him in January 2005, so it's just really sad. He got sick really quickly. He probably had this super aggressive cancer that just took over his spleen and liver, and he was probably feeling a little bad before that, but he just didn't show it. He was such a trooper, and he was getting old. He was about 13 years old and healthy up until then. We did a 5-mile hike just a couple weeks ago. We were actually up here hiking like a week and a half ago when I first noticed he was just walking kind of slow, and then took him to the doctor, and they were doing all these tests, and he was just stopped eating, and he was just really weak. He got sick so quickly, and it was really sad, but I'm just glad that he didn't suffer too much. Hopefully he passed away at home in my arms actually on Thursday. So sad. We're still adjusting to him not being here, and we're missing him, of course. So if anybody had reached out to me with questions, like by email or in the comments on YouTube or texted me, I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to you recently. It's just been overwhelming dealing with this, and I was spending a lot of time caring for Dalton and taking him to the doctor and stuff. But I'll certainly get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, I wanted to talk about New Year's Eve quickly. So I had been meaning to make a video about New Year's Eve, but all this stuff happened, so I didn't. But what I was going to say is that I didn't think it was going to be as great as last year. Last year was pretty cool in Los Angeles. I was getting a ton of like 7, 8, and 9 times surges. And the reason I didn't think it was going to be as good this year was because 2 reasons actually. One, Boost, because Boost is good. You know, you get the guaranteed surge earnings, but they're not going to be 7 times. They were like at most 3 times last night, which is awesome, or 3.5 times actually in parts of LA, which is awesome, but it's not 9 times. And then the other reason I didn't think it was going to be as lucrative for drivers was upfront pricing, which is new this year for Uber. And you know, in the past, it would say, you know, your ride's going to cost 9 times the normal rate for the customer, and they would have to just type like 9.0, okay, to agree to it. But now they actually see the fare, so the customer, you know, really understands how much they're paying, which I think would limit how much they're willing to spend on a ride. I'm sure some people had great evenings. I definitely saw some super strong surges like throughout the night in certain areas of LA, like Santa Clarita. I saw really strong surges like throughout the night, 3, 4, 5 times surges like throughout a lot of the night. Also in Calabasas, and just in other parts outside of the boost zone and outside of the city. So I'm sure some people made a lot of money. My night was okay. I actually, because there weren't good incentives for Uber in the beginning of the night, for me at least, I was going to try to do like some deliveries. So I actually only ended up doing 1 DoorDash delivery, and it was an alcohol delivery, but it was like $250 of beer and liquor. So it turned out being a $35 payout, or 29 plus 5, so about $34. So that was a good delivery, but that was the only one I did. And then did like 1 Uber ride around maybe 10 or 11, I think, but it was just so slow that I was just hanging out, waiting for midnight when the really strong boost started. And there was also this other incentive I had for Uber, which was if I did 12 trips between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m., I get $125 extra, so I was going for that one. But yeah, so, you know, I worked a little bit, like from or around 9, I think it was, when I did the delivery. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I ended up making about, well, actually only made like $170, and I did get the 12 Uber fares between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. Just got it in the nick of time. I was like all over Beverly Hills, Westchester, Venice, Culver City, Hollywood, Echo Park, Glendale. I was everywhere, but I got the 12th ride just in the nick of time. So between the boost earnings and everything, I made about $300 with Uber in a little over 4 hours. And then I did the DoorDash delivery, and that actually took almost an hour, and that was like $34. So, you know, not terrible, but definitely not as good as other years. And I'm sure a lot of people did a lot better. I didn't, you know, plan it out as much as I wanted to, but I definitely wanted to get out there and work with everything that had been going on in my life. But then actually this morning I got out and did a couple super quick and easy DoorDash deliveries. There was one that was like, it was literally a mile, and it was like an $80 order. So the tip was, I want to say it was like a $15 tip, so it was about $20. And then there was another order that was just about a mile away between the restaurant, and I was already right by it, and the drop off, and that one paid out $15 total. So then I actually did an Uber ride from the airport because I saw it was just really strong 2.5 surge throughout a lot of the morning at LAX. So I popped over there and got like a $40 Uber ride back to Santa Monica. So overall, it's just, you know, pretty good. $400 in about what was it? It was about 8 hours, I guess. That's like $50 an hour. Not bad. But I was wondering, how did you guys do? You know, how was your New Year's Eve? What city are you in also? And how did it compare to other New Year's Eves in the past? Like for me personally, this was my 4th New Year's Eve. So in New Year's Eve 2014, so January 1st, 2014, I had just started with Uber, and that was a really, really big night. I think I made something like $600. But then January 1st, 2015 was a lot slower. I only made like 250. It was just really, really slow. That night, I didn't get any good surges. And then last year was really good for me. I think I have another video about it, and I didn't check it out before, but I think I made something like $500 in fares in 4 or 5 hours. So this year wasn't as good, but certainly, you know, worth it for me. And that was cool. So let me know how it was for you. And again, if you did leave a comment or, you know, texted me or emailed me with a question, again, I'm sorry I hadn't gotten back to you, but I will try to catch up on all that soon. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day today, a wonderful year in 2017. And I will see you guys soon. And Rusty will as well. He is just happy to be up here. So, bye guys. See you soon.